Hello and welcome to Chip Advisor. Yes, hello, I'm Phil and I'm here with Mike. How are you, Mike?
Very well, thank you. How now, Brown Cow?
I can only see the top of your forehead and a lot of ceiling tiles, so it's a really complimentary angle you've got yourself at.
Well, yeah, I'm showing you my best side.
And I can hear them shouting. I can hear them shouting from miles away.
Harry, where's Harry? Harry!
I'm here.
Yes, hello, Harry. How are you?
I'm all right. There's a lot of forehead, Mike. A lot of forehead. But anyway, I'm fine, thank you. Yes, very good.
More and more forehead as the years go by, I find.
Are you finding your flannels wearing out quicker these days, Mike?
Good times, good times.
Mike,
Lovely.
what are you eating?
Cheese onion pasty salad without the salad.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Chili sauces?
No. I've been on a really strict, no white carbs, no processed food all week. It's Friday when we're recording. And I've just felt more and more ill as the week's gone on. And I think my body is going, oh, where's the processed food and the white carbs? So I thought, well, if I give it a little bit of each, I'll maybe feel a bit better. And already I do feel a bit better.
What's a white carb?
Pastry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might just be feeling a bit better because of Harry's Parisian look today.
It does look very Parisian.
Very, very French.
There it is.
Yeah, I do have a system clothes-wise.
Go on.
I buy new clothes to wear them for smart occasions. Yeah. And then gradually they become workwear. And now this stripy jumper, which I've been wearing for a little while and has got faded through washing and several stains, has now become part of my work repertoire.
What was the original? Okay, thank you, music. What was the original occasion that you bought it for? Was it to commemorate the French Revolution? What was? What did you? What official engagement was this one for?
It was a lockdown purchase, which I can't remember where I bought it from. I won't. No, I can't remember. But yeah, I was just on trend. Mike. It doesn't all have to be football related items.
I do only wear. It's very, very rare that I buy actual clothes because I have a uniform for my day job and a uniform for my weekend and evening job. Both companies provide me with clothing, which is sufficient and adequate for my day to day, I think. So yeah, it is rare that you guys will see me where I'm not wearing something airseaborne or something Spire technology. Happy to represent.
Lucky them.
Oh yeah, if they're giving it to you, why not?
Well, yeah.
A walking advertisement.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but no. So that's where the jumper comes from. But as I say, it is now it's now been designated workwear.
We all did some, we all did some crazy stuff during lockdown. You went for a Parisian vibe. I dyed my hair grey. Phil, what did you do? You would have had some kind of breakdown.
A lot of fun with Zoom backgrounds.
Zoom backgrounds.
My hair was very long, very, very long in lockdown. Had a lot of fun. Did a Cadbury World at Home party.
Yeah,
that was good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, I mean, it's well known I am a gardener. I mean, we do mention it sort of every 10 minutes, but it meant I didn't actually have a lockdown. I just carried on working.
That was
I abandoned my wife to the homeschooling, which wasn't, it didn't always go down well. But I just carried on. Didn't bother me,
Yeah.
What a hero! What a hero!
I wasn't one of the essential workers. I was just outside in the fresh air, so that was fine.
We know how chaotic bindweed could become. We've discussed that.
Yes. We did. That was a bizarre moment in a rather bizarre podcast the other week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, could bindweed go to the sun?
Yeah.
No. So in a long line of bizarre conversations, that was probably the bizarrest.
Well,
In fact,
give it time.
Well, yeah. What was that one we were talking about?
Oh, it was definitely something.
Popcorn.
Yeah.
Popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, popcorn. Yeah, I think that was a high point of bizarreness.
So what are we doing today?
It's a good question. That's what people will be asking if they haven't read already the title of this podcast. We're talking about polos.
Okay.
But are we? This is the question.
Oh.
Because we're actually talking about polo. Because there's no S on the end of polos. And
So
it's
sorry.
It's like the Gap. It's not actually the Gap, is it? It's just Gap. But polo, yeah, so they're not polos. The brand is actually Polo. I've done a lot of reading about polo this morning, and so that's why I mention it.
Who calls it the Gap? As in mind the Gap?
Yeah. Oh well. Our American cousins across the pond call it the Gap because they can't cope. They can't cope with abstract sentences.
We do like putting an S on the end, though. A lot of people say, "Oh, I went to Tesco's," or I got it from went down Asda's."
Yeah.
Tesco's makes sense. I can understand that. When people say you can get it from Asda's, I don't hear that often, and B, I think how very chavvy. Asda, it's fine being singular, isn't it?
Don't even get me started when they call it Sainsbury's.
No, to be fair, I do that.
Yeah, well, that is strictly speaking the name.
Well,
My
you should
apologies.
call it J Sainsbury. That's technically its title. But,
Yeah. Do you know I've been to the house of the owner of Sainsbury's in
Hang on a
Midhurst.
minute.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, why?
So a friend of mine is a vicar. I used to live with him actually, and he's now in Spain, but he was once a priest for the parish church of Midhurst. And there was a christening being held in I think it was the grandson of whoever's in charge of Sainsbury's right now. And the family, it was in the family home. It was massive, absolutely massive, out in the middle of nowhere outside Midhurst.
I would have loved to have got him in a room and chatted about the organisation of the Ferndown Sainsbury's store and why the condiments are above the frozen department.
Yeah, I mean there wasn't a lot of small talk. We certainly didn't get down to that sort of level.
Fine. Talking of small talk, Harry, polo singular. My apologies.
Polo. Yeah.
Over to you.
Yeah, so polos are interesting. They did not originate in Egypt or ancient Aztec regions of Peru. They were actually, so they started off as an American company called Life Savers. That does have an S on the end,
Okay.
which was started in 1912 by a chap called Clarence Crane, which is a lovely play on words, but it's not a play on words at all. I don't know what's it when you have two letters the same? Alliteration, of course it is. Stoke University English degree. It's the University of Staffordshire, actually, but anyway, it was in Stoke-on-Trent. So they're lifesavers, and they're called lifesavers. Why do you think they're called lifesavers?
It's got to be to do with the war.
No,
one of the wars.
Not to do with the war. It's a lifesaver is like a ring that you throw in to save people in the water. People who are drowning.
Good one.
And it looks like a lifesaver, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because they were so they were manufactured. Yeah, lifesavers in America, and then it was developed in America and was eventually bought by Mars in 1956, and they expanded the range of flavors from just mint to clove, licorice.
No,
not for me. Violet, as in Parma violets.
No, thank you.
Chocolate.
Oh, hang on. How would that work? Then? I think I could. You don't get chocolate boiled sweets, do you?
Well, no, you don't. I haven't actually looked into the details of how lifesavers are made, but I presume you got what are those mint ones you get? It's always that chocolate on the outside and then mint in the middle.
You get
what am I thinking of?
Poppets.
Could be. Oh, anyway. Well, let's not concern ourselves too much with that.
No, let's
Cinnamon,
not.
cinnamon flavour.
You've got reasons the chocolate choose, but I can't think of many chocolate flavored sweets that aren't actually made of chocolate.
No. Well, I mean, that can either become another podcast or remain a mystery. It's up to you.
Yeah, okay.
Because the chocolate was just one of the varieties that emerged in 1919. And cinnamon, which also is not
dear.
overly nice.
I'd like
I would
that.
say.
No.
Cinnamon, lovely on a crumble.
Oh yeah. Is it Big Red chewing gum? The Americans have Big Red. That's really nice.
Yeah, I went through a phase of Big Red chewing gum.
Did you?
Yeah, well, chewing it, not sort of producing it.
Was that in your Stoke University days?
No, that was yeah, well, could have been actually. Could have been.
Stoke Stoke bus station, I would say, is the most miserable place I've ever visited. I was trying to think just now of the most miserable place I've ever been to, and I think Stoke is right up there.
Oh, it's fairly miserable.
Oh my goodness, bleak.
Yeah, and then the only real life is the university, and then all the Stokerians. That's probably not the right word, but people who live in Stoke, they don't like the students. They don't like them coming in and living in their houses. So it was all a bit of fun, but
I would say I went to watch Port Vale, which is not an actual place, famously, but it is a football club, but it's very near Stoke, and the housing estate around there, it was as grim as I've ever seen.
Okay.
Anywhere that you can think of that you've been that's more miserable than Stoke, Harry?
More miserable than Stoke. Well,
I've been to Uganda, and there was quite a lot of joy there.
Yeah, well, no, that's fine. More miserable than Stoke. Well, that drive in that labyrinth to get out from Bournemouth ground is quite depressing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I mean, you don't stop there. You just carry on, eyes forward, and just get through it until you get onto the salvation that is the spur road. But So no, Stoke is quite miserable. Port Vale, famously supported by Robbie Williams, of course.
Yes. Phil, do you have a miserable place?
I'm usually in it.
Oh gosh.
No. Not really. Yeah, well, once we accidentally walked into like a Chinese slum, which stank. It smelled. It wasn't really a slum. It was just a bit weird. It was just like a back alley where there wasn't where everyone emptied their sewers. It was gross. That was scary and smelly. So that was pretty grim.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Yeah,
we all had fun.
Yeah. Anyway, so our well, not I was going to say our old friend the war, but that's probably not the right term, is it? But the war happened, and there was sugar rationing. Oh, sorry, I'm back on talking about lifesavers, by the way, just in case you're wondering.
Not Stoke.
I'm not back in Stoke. But so everyone, so lifesavers didn't have the sugar because they were sugar rationing in the war. And they didn't have the sugar to produce the lifesavers that was required for the army, the American army. They seem to eat a lot of them. So Rowntrees, a company in York, got the license to produce mint lifesavers during the war. But when the war ended, thank goodness, they actually lost the license because the lifesavers had enough, or Mars or whoever was owned them at the time, had enough sugar to start producing them again in America. But they were so popular in the UK that Rowntrees started producing them, and their first Polo appeared in 1948, so a couple of years after the war.
And are they having to call them Polos because they can't call them lifesavers anymore?
Well, so they did have to change the name, obviously, because there's some legal issues there. But it was so called Polos because they were derived from polar, as in polar ice caps, because they were cool and refreshing, and that was the idea.
Interesting that you went for polar ice caps rather than polar bear, which would have been very Route 1.
Yeah, but I've read a lot about polo this morning, and it comes from polar, the ice caps, rather than polar the bear, because they didn't want their sweets to induce the thought of a terrifying large white bear when you
Fair.
were eating them, or were they very sort of furry?
Did the
Yeah, so
polar
that's
ice
where.
caps form part of their logo at some point?
No, you are thinking of the other
Toblerone.
ones. No, Toblerone, that's quite right. But I think they're the Swiss Alps. But it's the
Fox's Glacier Mints.
glacé mints.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
word. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm thinking
Glacé?
of.
Oh, come
Gla-
on. Don't tell me that's not Glacier as well, like cherries.
No, they're Fox's Glacier mints.
Oh, they are Glacier Mints. Yeah,
But you thought they were glacé mints.
Yeah.
We've spoken about this before.
Yes,
So I was
yes.
back referencing again. They don't call me back reference Brennan for nothing. So yeah. So how many? I'm going to back on track. How many polos do you think you get in a standard pack of polos? This isn't
Well, that's
the
a good
quiz.
question.
I know the answer, so I won't say.
Oh, well, I'll guess. I'll
Goodness
say
sake.
I'll say 18.
I'll say, can I go higher or lower?
If you know the answer, surely
well,
you just give the
we
answer.
can do. But
I'll-
just
I'll
to let you know
higher.
that it's 34 grams. If that's going to make your
Oh.
workings any slightly more.
Yeah, will. I'll go 23.
Yeah, 23.
Ah!
23.
Look at that. Knowledge you didn't know you needed.
Yeah, polos, of course, are 0.4 of a centimetre wide.
Ah.
Deep, I should say, not wide, because they're
And,
1 point something.
So is it fair to say that they're one of the few confectionery items that have not suffered from shrinkflation?
Yes, I'm going to say yes, because
That's
can't.
heartening to hear, isn't it?
Yeah,
But they are. But to be fair, they've not got smaller. But what used to definitely only cost 20p now costs 70. So
this is true because they were always. I was thinking about this. They were always the packet of sweets, stroke mints that you got when you didn't have a lot of money in the vending machine at school.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. Sorry, 1.9 centimeters wide in diameter, and 0.4 of a centimeter thick. But do not panic because the quiz is not based on the thickness of a polo.
That's
so
encouraging to hear.
you can now disregard that information. You don't need it anymore. Yes, and polos are made of sugar, glucose syrup, starch, something called ceric acid. Have you heard of ceric acid?
No.
Do you need it for your belts?
No, don't use that on our belts, I'm afraid.
No, or computer items. No. So
No.
and mint oil, and it's all compressed into the mold.
Polos are very, very tightly packed.
They are the weight of the equivalent weight of 2 elephants is pushed onto those little O's to get the
Is that right?
Yeah, to get the compression. I mean, if you think about it, you're thinking of a Trebor extra strong mint. They're not quite as dense, are they? But a polo, polo is very, very dense. You also get the fruit polos as well. Are you a fan of the fruit polo?
I loved the fruit polo growing up because they were cheap and they were boiled sweets. You could make them last. Your pocket money would last the whole day.
You could get 2 packs of. If you wanted a fruit-based boiled sweet, you get 2 packs of Frosties for the price of a pack of Polos, lads.
Oh, you could Cola Frosties, but I've got a feeling that both the Cola Frosty and the fruit polos are now discontinued, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they may be.
Oh no! Well, you can still buy them in places.
Okay.
Yeah. India maybe.
Oh, okay.
But
fine. Maybe not then.
Can you remember what the flavors were in a packet of fruit polos?
Lime.
Lime
is
lime.
Correct. Yeah.
Orange.
Yes.
All the citrus covered off right there. Blackberry.
Not blackberry.
Blackcurrant.
Yeah.
Strawberry.
And everyone's favorite, the strawberry. Yeah, they're the flavors.
Yeah.
They are the flavors. But yeah, they do get different flavors around the world.
My memories of polos are that for many years, our late father would always have loads and loads of polos in the car.
Yeah.
And it was curious because our grandmother also had loads and loads of polos in her house. And she was a chain smoker. And it didn't dawn on us until I was a teenager that actually my dad was a crafty smoker on the side and was forever trying to douse out the smell of smoke with Polos.
Yeah. Oh.
Do you
dear.
remember? Do you remember citrus polos? They were decent.
Don't
Yeah,
remember them at all.
those are discontinued.
Butter ups. They did like a butterscotch one with polo
Oh, they
butter
were-
ups.
They're
I think they were called butter me ups.
buttermint polos. They were.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
and
such a shame.
citrus sharp was the thing you're thinking of, which was just the lemon and lime flavour. But they are tragically discontinued.
Mm.
Something called mini polos. Remember mini polos?
No.
I remember the holes when they sold just the holes.
We're coming on to the holes. But,
So sorry.
Yeah,
So sorry.
yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah. The mini polos are only half a centimetre. So I seem to remember them, and I think you got them in like a box, like Tic Tacs.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
And it was just a burst of. I guess they were actually aiming at the Tic Tac market, weren't they? But they
Yeah, it must have been.
the old Tic Tacs got them sewn up. But yeah, it is a common misconception that the holes are removed from polos in the production process.
It would surely be wasteful.
It would be wasteful, and they did produce the small polos or the holes, but they were actually ever so slightly bigger than a standard polo hole. So they played on that idea that the holes were taken out, and they sold those as well. But
Do you think that's because they were getting so many prank calls saying, "Oh, I've received my polos, but there's a hole in them"? I remember various kids at lunchtimes doing that and phoning up Rowntrees to complain.
Okay.
It was a hilarious prank.
Okay,
Do
Mike,
you want me to try
find the number. Find the number.
No, don't. They will not enjoy that. They will not enjoy that. I can confirm.
Yeah, minto fruit, which is another variety, which is available in Indonesia and some Poundland stores. So next time you walk past Poundland, you can go and look for minto fruit, which is a polo product.
Oh, okay.
And their flavors include raspberry mint, blackcurrant mint, peppermint, lime mint, and cherry mint. I mean, it sounds absolutely dreadful.
Yeah, I'm not. I would try them, but I don't think I'd enjoy them. But I do like a bubble mint chewing gum sometimes. Bit of bubble mint.
Bubble mint. I don't know. I don't think I've had that.
Starts off tasting like bubble gum, and then it turns into a mint. Very, very weird.
That is weird. I mean, that is. I mean, they shouldn't be. Sometimes I think humans have gone too far, and I think that is the point that we've gone too far.
That's fair. That's fair.
He is going to ring Rowntrees. Yeah, and I'm not forgetting my family's personal favourite, the spearmint. I said, told the old.
If your call is concerning ice cream, please call our dedicated team on 08.
That's not a real person.
5656.
She sounds like she's being held at gunpoint.
Your call may be recorded. Our privacy notice may be viewed at www.nestle.co.uk. If you agree and would like to continue with your call, please press 1. You may press 9. To help us put you through to the correct team, please listen to the following options. Press 1 for Nescafe Dolce Gusto.
This is dreadful voice.
For Nestle Professional.
It doesn't even sound like a human.
Press 3 for nutrition products.
No, not
Press
nutrition.
4 for confectionery.
Yes,
Press
confectionery.
5
It's confectionery.
Why are you phoning here?
Well, you put an idea in my head. And I love it.
Your call will be answered as soon as
Strictly
possible.
speaking, it's your fault. So I'm just saying there's a hole in my polo. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They'll love that.
They'll put the phone down.
I reckon they'll chuckle for a couple of seconds and then hang up.
So you reckon they'll hang up on me?
No, they'll put you in. They'll recommend their holes. Oh, are we on?
Oh, hello.
Thank you for holding. We value your time.
You don't value it, do
You
you?
will be asked one simple question.
Oh, one
Please
question.
respond using your telephone keypad
Oh.
to score our service. How satisfied are you with the overall experience of calling our
Oh,
consumer
I'm not
care
satisfied at all.
scale of 1
You haven't
to 5,
phoned them
1 to
yet.
5?
being the lowest and 5
1.
being the
Yeah,
highest?
what's 1? It's 1. 1.
Oh, no. This is escalated. Mike, before.
Thank you for your feedback. Have a nice day.
What?
Wow.
Well. That was disappointing.
Yeah. Oh
Harry,
dear, oh dear.
maybe the only positive way out of this is to do your quiz.
Oh, could do. This,
You have
I mean,
trailing it for weeks.
I've been looking forward to doing this quiz. It
Okay.
is entitled Mints or Mints.
It's a quiz, it's a quiz, it's a quiz, it's a quiz.
Yes, hooray indeed. So Mints or Mints is very, very simple game. It's not arduous at all.
Perfect.
All you have to do is identify whether I am saying mints, as in polo mint, or mince, as in mince pie. Okay, but
okay.
so I'm not cheating. I've got the pieces of paper, and I'm going to randomly pick one up at a time. Okay. So do you understand the game?
Yeah, great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let me get some tension music on.
Yeah. Okay.
This feels like.
Right. I have my first piece of paper. Phil, you're going to go first.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
Am I saying mints or mints? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Mints.
Well, I think you're saying mints as in polo mint.
Correct.
Oh. Yeah.
Right. 1-0. Okay. I'm going to ruffle them up again. And then look at the piece of paper. Right, have the answer. Holding it up here, I'm not cheating. Michael.
Yeah.
Listen carefully. Mints.
I think you're saying mints like polo mints again.
Ah. Correct.
Yes.
1-1. I don't have a tie break. Right. So we just continue until Connor gets it wrong. Right. Okay. Phil, you'll go again.
Yep.
Right. Mints.
It still sounds like polo mint, so I'm going to go mint as in the polo mint.
Correct.
Oh, you.
Right. I'm going to close my eyes and ruffle them now. Okay. Right. Here we go. Got a good feeling about this. All bad as the case may be. Right. Michael.
Yes.
Does he have to get this to still win? To still be in? Yeah.
No. Yeah. Well, no, because how many rounds have we had?
It's sudden death.
It's so right. Anyway, let's just carry on. Mints.
I'm really sorry, but the tension music is incredibly loud to the point where I couldn't say the word.
To be fair, there's no tension, so let's turn the tension.
Oh, there's a lot of tension. Right.
Is it?
Oh, okay. Maybe a pure. Let's go pure then.
Oh.
Okay.
Mince.
I'm going to say
that's
that
tricky.
is
That is
mince,
tricky.
as in mince pies.
It is.
Yes.
It's 3-3.
2-2.
So we continue. No, 3.
Oh, okay.
No,
great.
2. All right, 2. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. So
Now it's
yeah,
sudden death, right?
Sudden death. No. Right. Okay. Well, one more round, and then I'll go for a polo-related Tybic question. Right, Phil, you'll go. Mince.
Oh, I think you're doing that as in beef, turkey, or lamb mince.
No.
Oh, okay, I need this for the win. I need it for the win.
Mike for the win. Come on.
Darkness, my old friend.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Sorry.
Okay, right. Okay. Oh, good. Right. Let's go. Mince.
Cottage pie.
Yes.
Come on there. Yes.
Wow. I tried to write it back to front, but I've actually written wince, which is probably what the listeners are doing at the moment. So there's some sort of irony there.
Oh,
it's
well,
the
the
best quiz we've
inaugural
ever
game.
done.
I enjoyed it a lot.
What a tremendous quiz that was.
Wow.
But
yeah, I enjoyed that.
It's a quiz. It's a quiz. It's a quiz. It's a quiz.
Thoroughly enjoyable.
Yeah, good. And that was the only reason I wanted to do polos. So there we go.
I've got some list of questions for you.
Oh,
Harry.
have you? Oh, good. I am ready.
Why don't they do the fruit ones anymore?
Because everyone is living a healthy lifestyle, and boiled sweets are not the flavour of the month anymore. People want to be eating fresh fruit rather than fruit that's been boiled down to sugar over a number of times. And so yeah, that's basically it. I mean, those tins that you get with travel sweets, of corn of the market and travel sweets, and
with the icing sugar.
With the icing sugar. Yeah, so really, they're just, people don't relate to Polo as in fruit sweets. They just think of the mints. So the travel sweets have got the corner of the market, or rounded the market, because they are cylindrical tins.
Very good.
And
Very
so
good.
they don't bother anymore.
I've not been feeling very well this week, and I, rather than use a Strepsil because they taste too medicated. Yeah, for the record, hot sweats, achy bones, joints, and quite a sore throat with it. So I needed something to cure them, and I needed either rhubarb custard or cherry drops. Nowhere had them, and I'd like to question the Alcove in Fordingbridge sweet shop and paper shop. Their opening times. I went there at 7:30 in the morning, and they were shut. What sort of a paper shop is shut at 7:30 in the morning? Anyway, I had to take to Amazon to buy 4 packets of cherry drops. They arrived next day.
Oh, yeah.
$4.99 for a pack of 4.
Oh my goodness!
Well, it's £1.20 a pack. It's
How
not
the
ideal,
other half
but
live?
well, it's not. Well, it wasn't about want. It was about need. And I'm here today to do the podcast. So
$1.25 to be fair, but cellophane. That's your problem with cherry drops. Irritating.
Oh, they've moved to a more
Too
of a
much packaging.
It's more of a greaseproof paper now than the cellophane.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm happy with my purchase, boys.
I do like a pre-flight cherry drop because it stops your ears popping so much.
Okay. Well, I think any boiled sweet will do that for you, as opposed to strictly speaking, just the cherry drop. But but yeah, they are an endangered species, the boiled sweet.
Yeah, fine. Dave asks, why did they stop doing sugar-free super mints? They're the mini polos that we were talking about earlier.
Oh yeah,
that were trying to rival Tic Tacs.
Yeah,
but
Joe
just no one bought them.
Yeah.
Joe says, what do they do with all the middles?
Well, Joe, I mean, you thought your question was humorous, but I'm afraid we've already tackled that. There is no hole. Well, there is a hole, sorry, but there is no middle to come out of the
mold,
because they just don't make them like that.
She goes on to say, please do look up the song "My First Polo" by John Shuttleworth, because there's a line in it that says, "Sucking it was cathartic. I was suddenly in the Arctic," and that is a lovely piece of lyrics.
The polar Arctic. So John had obviously done his homework.
Yeah.
And I looked at the Wikipedia of Polo
Indeed.
before he wrote the song.
Joe says, we called them Ollops when I was younger. No idea why.
Do we only let people called Joe ask questions, just to be clear?
That was a different Joe.
Okay.
There's a lot of people
and it's not really a question either, is it? More of a statement, but I like it. I like it.
It's polos backwards.
It's polos backwards, yeah.
Jackie says, polos are the absolute worst for teeth. My dentist says you could always spot a polo eater on account of their pitted surface.
Right. Fair enough. Well, yeah, bound to have got a lot of sugar.
Oh, Mike, what part of your body is that I'm looking at?
Oh, it's hairy.
Very hairy.
So it's not your head.
I just thought, given that they call them ollops, we might have a quick game of me saying a word that is a sweet.
We already had one great quiz.
No, but I'm just thinking. So, for example, hold on.
Okay, but we have got, you know.
Yeah.
What we've got? What?
A very hairy arm. That is
very hairy. I mean, that's incredibly hairy.
That is 90% ape.
Right. Okay. So, what sweet am I talking about? Tusrubrats.
What?
Tusrubrats.
Strawberry. Something to do with strawberry.
No, Tusrubrats.
Brat.
Starburst.
It was Starburst. Well done, Phil.
Okay, good.
Or
Okay.
opal fruits.
Well done. One more just for the road.
Yeah,
go on,
fun.
We'll move on.
If you ever put that hairy arm against the screen again, it'll be too soon.
Cytrams. Who can get there first? Cytrams.
Smarties.
Oh, well done, Phil.
Yeah.
I didn't have that at Stoke Uni. That game.
No. Well.
No.
Oh. What about Dallas
okay, we're still playing.
Dallas TFs.
What?
Dallas TFs.
Dallas TS?
Dallas TFs.
Did he used to play for Bolton?
Strepsils.
It's fruit salads. Anyway, thanks for playing.
Thanks for that. Here's the big question. Here's why everyone's tuning in.
Yeah.
Do horses actually like them?
Yes.
So Harry, you have horses.
Oh, don't put the sad music.
Okay, don't rob him. Don't steal his horses.
Well, I don't think they actually do like them. I think they're just heavy smokers.
Yes. Apparently they do like them, but I mean it's the sugar, I think, because they like sugar cubes as well. But the Polo is the preferred mint of the equestrianer because they've got a hole in the middle, and if they choke on them, they can still breathe.
If they like sugar, have you ever have you got any horses left, or have they all been stolen?
Well, I mean, if I get home, I mean, when I left this morning, they were all present and correct. They could have been stolen.
Oh, good. Okay, I don't, because if you have had horses stolen, my apologies. That's passed me by.
No.
Oh, okay, good. Well, if they like sugar and they like sugar cubes, have you fed them sugar cubes?
Well, no, but what one does.
Okay. What about popping candy?
Yeah.
I would like to see. Could you send me a video of you giving some popping candy to your horses?
Yeah, I could do it, and I'll also send you the vet's bill at the same time. Because
why? What would be the problem? It can't come to any harm with popping candy. When Seth was 6 months old, I gave him popping candy. He wasn't on proper solids.
It doesn't make it right.
He absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
No hospital trip was required.
No, okay. Well, yeah, but horses are sort of slightly different.
Well,
Well, horses are different, Mike, because horses can't vomit.
Yeah.
What?
Horses and a few rodents cannot vomit.
Okay. Are there any animals that we can feed popping candy to?
No.
When I went to Uganda, I've referenced it already. Not dissimilar to Stoke.
On your gap year.
Ridiculous.
My gap year of 3 weeks. Yes, I did take popping candy to feed small Ugandan children.
What are you talking about? Oh, well, yeah, when I was over there, I took a massive amount of popping candy on my
I did, because I thought these kids are never going to have experienced popping candy. It's quite the sensation. They went wild for it.
Yeah.
So the school that I was volunteering in,
yeah,
you out?
yeah.
You know, I don't like to talk about my my charity work.
My gap year.
When I was building mud huts, you know.
Did you find yourself in Uganda?
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
The only thing I remember about your trip to Uganda is that you collapsed on a toilet and fell down the stairs.
That's an absolute standard football weekend, isn't it?
To be fair, I collapsed on the toilet, went headfirst through a door, taking the door off its hinges, and then fell down some steps. Yeah, only to
because you'd OD'd on popping candy.
Yeah, I think I was just exhausted from all my charity work, boys.
Yeah.
But
all the children you'd force-fed it to wanted their revenge, so they've put something dreadful in your lunch, I imagine.
in my porridge, yeah. Look, but seriously though, you've got a lot of animals, Harry. Are there any of them you could feed popping candy to?
Well, we're about to get a goldfish. We could try that.
Oh, that's not going to work, is it?
No. I possibly the chickens, but I don't know what would happen then.
Well, can we do it?
Yeah, okay.
Which animals that you own do you care least about? Is what Mike's asking.
Oh, where to start?
Well, chickens, if they die, at least they'll come in handy still. Whereas,
but they're very
eat your horse.
They're very tall chickens.
We're not
very
French.
tall.
No, they're bantams. They're not tall. They're not. They're only 30 bagels high. No, crumpets.
Okay, well, between now and the next podcast, I really would like to see one of your animals eat popping candy, please.
Okay, right.
Is that a promise?
Try and make that happen. It's not a promise, but I'll try and make that happen.
Okay, I'd really like to see it happen.
I'm not going to promise things I'm going to forget about shortly after we finish this.
Phil,
anyway.
our mum's got a cat.
Oh
no, I'm not doing that to Tiger.
You're saying like it's a nasty thing. Tiger.
Fliger.
Tiger.
Is that a new cat?
No.
Old. But when we were on the school bus home, bringing it back to Polos, there used to be a challenge to see who could get the thinnest polo. Did you used to do that on the school bus? That was a game.
God, times were hard, weren't they? Blimey, it was a long journey home.
It was a long journey home, and I mean, do you remember we used to do Royal Rumbles on the school bus, Mike?
Yeah, they were a lot. I remember us playing wrestling on the back seat, last man standing, but I don't remember who could suck their polo the longest.
Wholesome.
Right, okay.
Wholesome game on the back seat.
Yeah. But, when like Psycho Sean was driving, it would cheer him up.
Yeah, we did used to have names for the bus drivers.
Well, Psycho Sean, because his name was Sean and he was a madman. But yeah, when we used to do the Royal Rumble, last person to be thrown over the seat in front of you from the back seat, it was great.
Good times.
Was good times. Now, Harry is now just a swirling circle on the screen, so that feels as good a time as any.
It does look like a polo, though. It's a white circle going round and round.
It does.
Oh, and now this will... No, nothing. Now there's just a big white circle with what does look like a hole in the middle.
Harry, what are you doing? You're not a fish, Harry.
Oh, well, it's been fun. We can't thank him. I don't know if he can hear us, but that was some great intel on polos.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
I came back.
Oh, we were just about to say our farewells, but
well, that's okay.
But we were praising the intel you gave us on polos. Fantastic.
Yeah. I was just so worried about the Royal Rumble that I had to leave briefly, but now I've come back. Have we finished?
Well, pretty much.
No more questions?
No, I think the main one was horses.
Good.
Yeah, horses can't vomit. You'll be surprised that Joe also knew that horses can't vomit.
All the Joes knew that.
And you're gonna feed your mum popping candy, which would be good to.
Not my mum. My mum's cat.
Oh, so you wouldn't feed it to your mum, but you're quite prepared.
I'll feed my mum. That'd be boring. I'm sure she's tried popping candy before.
Yeah. Mike hates animals, so
well, I do hate animals apart from monkeys and baby elephants. But
when I was in Uganda, I saw so many baby elephants. It was unbelievable. The baby elephant sanctuary. But I don't like to talk about it.
I rescued a few baby elephants while I was out there. I don't like to talk about it.
I don't like to talk about it. No.
But yeah, I'd be keen if anybody else is able to send us a video of their animal eating popping candy. I will send you £2.50. It's the equivalent of You've Been Framed, but much lesser value.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to the RSPCA coming to see you and us getting banned.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's definitely videos on the YouTube of dogs eating popping candy.
Oh well, don't spoil it for me. I don't want to see. I want it to be, a real. I don't want to watch just a YouTube video of somebody in America doing it. I want one of us to do it.
I think they call it Pop Rocks in America.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, okay.
They do.
Okay. Well, Pop Rocks, thanks, Harry, for all your hard work, and I genuinely enjoyed that quiz. So thank you.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Jolly
One
good.
for people to play with their friends and family.
Oh
Yeah.
it's like a made up game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Well, that's exactly what it was. So have a good week, everyone. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Dallas to Earth.